Right, so this is all part of the same day. This is just a second video of the same day when I was struggling with that micro switch, and the boiler had overheated. The other two videos will be linked up here somewhere. I'll have the playlist linked in as well, so that I'll group all of these videos together so they're easy to find. So can I finally say the boiler's fixed? You'll have to wait and see. So in the previous video I asked about the boiler having overheated, what could have caused it. I'll give you my opinion on that at the end of this video, but I think I know why it overheated. I'm also going to list at the end all the problems so far with this boiler and all the problems that I've made for myself. So let's get to it. So that's all now working, firing for hot water. Let's go get the heating on again and check what this diverter here does. Diverter valve. Plate heat exchanger, except it's not, it's a little chlorifier. Gas valve, which has got a servo on it. That pin moves in and out on that via pump pressure off these capillary tubes. Okay, so I've got the customer putting the heating on now. So we should see something start to happen with this. We'll see. Temperature's climbing. Boiler looks like it's getting nice and warm. Does to me look like the wax capsule has failed on the diverter. Doesn't appear to be moving, so it might need a wax capsule as well. It's probably seized where it hasn't been running properly for hot water all this time. So let's see what we can do. What I'm trying to do, this diverter valve here, this is what sends water through the plate where your hot water's made. This is where your hot water's made, in here. This is what controls the flow of water through that. Obviously this hasn't moved in however long, right? So I'm now just trying to get this part of the boiler to work. Okay, it runs in fires for hot water now, but to improve the performance I need to get this valve to work properly.
Right, yeah,
the boiler wasn't lighting for hot water. The boiler didn't light for hot water.
Oh
before.
yeah, I know. Apart from that, I mean, in normal conditions, yeah.
Yeah. So I fixed that fault, but now we're going over other things. Yeah. I'll show you. So I'm going to get your battery changed. Here, I'm now working on this. You see this lever's bent, and we want to get this actuator moving up and down more freely. This is the diverter valve, wax capsule, and then there's a spindle that runs up to here that was seized. See, someone's bent this, and they've also bent the other one here, so we're going to get them sorted as well, and hopefully we get this boiler working almost as good as new. Power's off. I'm going to give it a good soak in. I'm going to heat and cool it, heat and cool it, heat and cool it. Someone bent them. There we go. See that? Got it working. Just got to hope the boiler can maintain it and keep it working. So it's clicked the front one and it's unclicked the back one. Bit of heat applied to the wax part, and as you see, WD in the top. Hopefully get the spindle moving again properly, because that hasn't worked properly for a little while, I would have thought. And it will be seized right here where it's been leaking. Now it's coming back down. So I think it just needs a bit of tweaking to keep it moving properly, or to keep it making the micro switches properly. It may need a new wax capsule, which I don't know if I can still get. But hey, I will get this boiler working. There you go, unclick the back one, and it has clicked the front one. And now it's going to come back down, unclick it, re-click it. There we go, so unclick that, re-click that. Now we're going to see how this works. I'm going to run a cold tap, see how much that pulls down. Might be able to tweak it just a little bit down here, a little bit more. There we go. Now let's run a hot tap, but with the water off, so it goes cold through here. See how much it pulls this down. That's beautiful. That's perfect. I'm going to get him to turn that off. We'll get the power back onto the boiler, run the hot tap, see how this all works. Now he's got a temperature probe out in the kitchen. So basically I think this controls the preheat. So I think when I had the switch on the front open, when I had the switch on the front of the boiler open, that was the preheat. And this is what turns it off, that back micro switch. Which basically I think someone have bodged up and forced on to keep the boiler going, which obviously is not the way you do it. Nice hot water going through that plate now, through that diverter. Getting nice and hot. And it isn't coming out the bottom. So the fact that it isn't coming out the bottom means it's going into the plate. And if it's going into the plate and the boiler isn't cutting off, it must be going into the hot water. Bellissimo. So all we can do, I'm going to check the gas pressures. So it could be the gas pressures are wrong, yeah? We'll see. It might not be anything, it might be gas pressure related. So boiler's still lit and running. Still not going down outside to the heating system. All the energy's going into the plate. The hot water isn't great. It's hot, but it's not hot enough. So we can only have two reasons for that. So one, the boiler isn't burning enough gas, or 2, the water running through it is too fast. Let's go have a look, because this is still running beautifully. But I would say the water temperature is only 40 degrees. This isn't that hot. Oh, it is actually quite hot. Yeah, it is reasonably hot. It is reasonably hot. So the diverter works for hot water.
I think you mentioned flow rate. Is that all right? Flow rate?
Yes, I'm just changing that to see if it makes a difference. Because this is working beautifully now. This is doing the job. No heat's leaving the boiler. So all the heat the boiler's creating is going into the water. Okay, so it could just be gas pressure.
Right, because there was a leak maybe from hot water to boiler, wasn't it? Sort of. When you say no heat leaving the boiler, that means water on its own taking all the energy.
Yes, exactly. All the energy is going to that. Well, I think you find it's coming hotter.
Getting a bit hotter.
I think, yeah, check it. I think it is coming.
All right.
I think it is coming hotter now. That's nice and hot. Let me check the flow rate on that now. Ooh, that's hot.
Yeah, it is running hotter, 45.
Go and have a cup of tea, and then I'm going to come back and check the gas pressures. Okay, so we know we've got this working properly now. Yeah, we know we've got this working properly. I'm now gonna check the burner pressure on the boiler, make sure that's burning around 9 to 10 millibar. Providing that is burning the correct gas pressure, all that energy is going into this plate. So the only thing that can cause a lack of the hot water is not perfect. I would definitely aim for better. So the only things that can be is the plate being blocked. Well, it's not a plate in this, is it? But the plate being blocked. Anyway, let's check the burner pressure. Wowee. Man, I'm just getting stressed to this morning. Oh, that isn't right. The gas operator's not working. So, we're only burning at 2 millibar. This servo is meant to push in to this and get your main burner pressure. Isn't doing that. Can't win with this one. Can't win. Alright. So, cover back on. Let's have a look at this servo valve here. Come on, Ollie. Let's get it done, mate. Let's get it done. Okay, so what's meant to happen here, when the pump runs, it is meant to move that to give you main burner. So it's not moving at all. So let's find out why. Let's go. This is hard work, boys. This is hard work. You'll come round the front now. I'm going to get ready to get this apart again. This boiler is giving me an arse whipping here. So, we've got a diverter valve sorted, so now the preheat works on the boiler properly. But now what we got is, that's the servo valve there that uses the differential pressure created off these tubes, which in turn is created off the pump, to open the gas valve. That is not opening the gas valve to main flame, so that could be exacerbating the hot water issue. So I'm going to get on with this bit now, drain it down, take this off, check if it's blocked, give it a clean up, see if I can get it working. If not, it might need a diaphragm, or the pipes might be blocked, or it could be where this pipe here is completely squashed, which I'm sure you can see in there. Anyway, let's see, we will see. I'm going to get the bits I know are done back together now. I reckon the moment I get this running on high flame, the boiler's going to overheat. So I think the plate is blocked, or the chlorifier here is blocked. That's all well and good, but I can't be doing that as well as everything else, unfortunately. I'm going to get it drained. This is not one repair, you know?
Okay. But you mean, what else involved other than the gas?
Well, I think if we get the gas working, then you may have a problem with the chlorifier, this that creates your hot water.
You need descaling?
Yes, you might need that as well.
Okay.
But you know, this is not a fair repair, because it's not it's not the boiler broke and now I'm fixing it. This is the boiler broke 2 years ago, and now I'm picking up every single fault that's people have avoided and stuff, you know. So I'm going to look at the gas now anyway.
Could anything to do with the meter?
No, I doubt it. I doubt it.
It needs replacing.
No, it might be the tubes are blocked to it. So I've got to drain the pressure off and I'll check it.
Okay, look, whatever you say. I mean, you've done what you could. I mean, I appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully we can get it. Just draining the boiler. Do this. So yes, this boiler uses water to open the gas valve, and the boiler after this, the Combi Compact, also uses water to open the gas valve. It uses differential pressure to open it. I mean, the Combi Compact has a huge diverter on the back right hand corner, and it uses a servo valve on top of the water valve. Where that micro switch was in there, it uses a big servo valve on there. Well, not a big one, same size as this, to do the same thing. And it also has a servo valve on the gas like this one. I mean, I did not realise that was out. Oh man, this is turned into a nightmare. Okay. The pin is actually stuck out. So that may mean, or probably does mean, that there is
obstruction, causing obstruction.
No, there's even more problems, because the pin is stuck out and not in. So if I hold that there and flick this on, it lights, yeah. So
is
yeah,
it a
there's
plug
something.
or something, or a gas valve. That one you just touched it.
Huh?
Is it a plug or a gas valve?
That's the gas valve.
That's a gas valve.
This is the water section.
Sorry, water
This
section.
is it's a servo valve, but this is what turns the gas on and off.
Ah, okay, all right.
But this is jammed as well.
It's a governor, like.
This is jammed.
Ah, see.
This is the governor. This big piece.
That's the governor. Yeah.
But this should not be sticking out once it's removed. It should be in. It's jammed out. I mean, this boiler's got so many problems. But okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll get on with it and see where we end up.
Basically, the gas flow is restricted.
Yeah, there's something not right with the gas. I don't know how to adjust it on this boiler, so I may have to phone Valent. We'll see, anyway, we'll see. It's
Okay, all right.
We'll just keep plodding along and we'll get there in the end, hopefully. I'm running out of batteries for the GoPro on this. I've got one more battery left, I've got 3 on charge. Who knows if we're going to get this fixed on camera. I mean, I've got my phone, it's not ideal. Just never expected this to have so many problems. And this is all neglect. Not necessarily by the customer either, unfortunately. Neglect by engineers. Okay, so this is seized here. These tubes are probably okay. I'm just going to take them out and blow through them. And you're dead on battery, but anyway. Okay. Water came out, so that's a good sign. Okay, that one's not blocked. That's not blocked either. So now we're going to make sure these little holes here aren't blocked and get this moving freely again. They're looking good. I hate this because this could end the boiler, this. Slowly pulling that away there. This is meant to come out. This is meant to be like a pump proving switch. That is meant to come out and push that in to get main burner. That was jammed out though, so bit of grease from them, lovely. You know that, you know I'm going to grease them. Hopefully we're not going to go from a semi-working boiler to a completely fucked boiler. Come on, Ollie, you can do this. We'll get this baby going. We will get this baby going. Maybe not today. So this is what it looks like inside. Oh. Diaphragm don't look bad. Oh, diaphragm looks okay. Clean up time. Okay, so I've rebuilt this. This moves lovely and smooth, but it was very scratchy, so I think this, I'm worried that this may leak now. Moves nicely. The diaphragm wasn't split. That's the diaphragm there. It is a bit baggy, but hopefully that's going to be fine. So I'm going to get this back together now. Get it back in the boiler. So I've rebuilt this. Just going to put the screws back in it and put it in the boiler. I'm worried that the gland was really scratchy and horrible, the stuffing box. So I think it seized because the stuffing box had leaked, and me freeing it off might have made it leak. This is a stressful boiler, I'm not going to lie. This is one of them where it's now getting late. I want to head home. I'm a long way from home, but it's just the boiler's throwing spanners in the works. This isn't going to fix the boiler either. I'm doing all this. This ain't going to fix it. This is just going to restore that back to an operating condition. Make it run the way it was meant to. All we gotta do is fix the little boiler. All we gotta do is fix the little boiler. Is that in? I think it is, sir. I think it is. I wish I could take this boiler home. You know that? Wish I could just take it home and deal with it in my garage. Cup of tea, probably a couple of beers. Okay. I don't know how we adjust gas pressure on this. Pull that, doesn't come out, lovely. That's all good. Cover's all on. Don't know what this is. Is that mains or is it not? I don't know. Can I do it? Or is that bad? I do it. Then we can put a bit of cleaning solution in there.
do a little clean inside. Shall we do that? Shall we do that? Shall we do that? A little bit won't hurt, will it? A little bit. Okay, let's turn you off. A little bit of DS3. I'm giving this boiler every chance to be a good boiler. Every chance. I'll get this mixed up. A bit messy, but it's in there. Will it leak? What do you reckon? Will it leak? I'm a bit of a pessimist. I reckon it will, but anyway. I've given it my all. That's all I can do. Oh, goodness me. There we go, let's see what happens now. See? There we go. Once we get the air out, wow. Oh, okay. Let's run the hot tap now and get this descaled. Just going to give it a little vent. There we go. Hopefully. Oh, just need to recheck the burner pressure. I might try and find out from Valent how I adjust it. Oh, it's gone to 6, forget it. Oh. You're on low battery, so I'm going to turn you off while this descales so I can bring you back for the fags. It's in hot water mode running. As it descales, I'm having to vent, which shows that the chemicals are doing their job, because I keep having to vent the AAV, air keeps building up, or hydrogen keeps building up. Fingers crossed. You just got to get this gas pressure. Get this gas pressure, it's done. Boiler's spot on. I just don't know where to do it from. I'm thinking here or maybe here, but I'm not sure. Wow, maybe it's in here. Should have just asked. The manual doesn't have it. I found that the manual doesn't show how to adjust it. I think it's behind here. A little lead tag. I'm in bits here. I'm in bits. Basics first, yeah. I'm doing inlet. (19.9) with the burner lit. Okay, so now I'm going to try and adjust the burner pressure. I don't know if we've got it any better by repairing this. I have no idea. What I do know is, unusually, to adjust the burner pressure, you have to have the combustion chamber open. This thing is hard to twist with gloves on. First time again, yeah? It's almost like I fixed that. 40-year-old boiler. Never had his burner pressure adjusted. I ain't saying nothing, but what, really? Well, I got it at maximum. 2.5 millibar. I'm going to get a hot tap running and see if it makes any difference. Nothing. There's nothing we can do to get this burner pressure better. I feel I've done all I can do now. No, I can't get the gas pressure any, I can't get it any higher. So something is not happy here. Something's blocked or not working, but I do not know what that could be. But what does this thing do here? This is scorching. On a modern boiler, this would provide a lovely hot water. You just ain't getting the heat transfer in this plate. So we're going to have a conversation with a customer, see what he wants to do. We have to get this gas pressure right to get hot water. And maybe a D-scale on the main side of this would help it out. Let's get it back together. Nothing more I can do. So with boilers, I only remember the ones that beat me. This one has beat me right now. I'll get it. This boiler has beat me. Until next time, boiler. Until next time.
So hopefully you feel my pain and you're going to want to see the end of this boiler just like me. So the issues so far are, and I've had to write these down because I won't remember them. Right. Not linking out the microswitch on the first visit to check for additional faults. Not checking the boiler on the second visit when I first got there to make sure the boiler actually worked. Not reading the manual, so I came to the job prepared. So, the problems with the boiler so far are pilot light not lighting due to an electrode issue. The case wasn't fitted correctly. The flue wasn't joined up together within the combustion chamber. The microswitch was burnt out due to a leak in stuffing box. The diverter valve was stuck. The boiler had overheated. The microswitch levers had been bent by a previous engineer and the adjustment nut on the shaft had been tightened down to activate the preheat 24 hours a day. That was to mask a hot water problem. The servo valve was jammed and the burner pressure was too low, and it's got a potentially blocked and scaled clarifier on the boiler. So can it be fixed? Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time where maybe the boiler is fixed. Go on, like and subscribe. Go on. It says here, like and subscribe. Just do it. It ain't costing you nothing. Press the button. It helps me to make more videos for you. So go on. Little click. Go on, do it.